What's going on, guys and gals? My name's Sean, and if you landed here, you're watching Scar My Guitar. What's going on, everybody? It's good to see you back. Now, I'm thinking today we're gonna have a pretty good one, because today we're gonna be looking at none other than the Bo Diddley style guitar from Firefly. And before we even get too deep in the video, I want it to be known that I would have never bought this guitar, because I'm not a big fan of Bo Diddley. Nope, I sure ain't no fan. I don't even know if I've ever even heard a Bo Diddley riff, or seen him playing the guitar, or if that's a guy or just the name of a band. I don't even know what a Bo Diddley is. Yeah, I don't know about all that, but I do know there's some guy that's probably gonna watch this video that knows everything about Bo Diddley and loves the idea of this guitar. And that's what this video is about. That's really what my job is here, is to go through the guitar so you, the viewer watching, can decide whether or not you like it. But I'd be lying if I told you I ain't pretty anxious to see this thing, because like I said, I've never seen one. Oh, you ain't never seen one either? Well, let me show you this. And what this is, it's a slightly bent up box. Looks like it's been folded in half or something, I don't know. Delivered by good old UPS. Yep, good old UPS ground always seems to make this way. But it is what it is. But the guitar's probably okay. It seems like they survived this somehow. I don't know, the box don't look too bad. You know, it's old Firefly. Find your stage, it says. Designed and backed by JSN. Yep, somebody's been beating on the old box. Well, let's crack it open. Alright, let's see what we got. What? Alright, headstock first. And it says Firefly Classic. I really like the black and gold. You know me. I like the headstock too. Fold up fret ends. Binding on the neck. That looks like rosewood there. Ooh. If I'm not mistaken, this is just a big giant square with some binding on it. Man, that fretboard looks good. I can see already this thing's got some nice fretwork. How shiny they are.
We like that.
Yep, big red square. And it's got some mismatched hardware here. Got gold and black. But I guess that black output jack matches these plates and the neck. So it's all cool. Got some big bean tuners. This guy's crazy looking. Gotta tell you, man. Look at the bridge with the 2 points on it. There's no screwdriver head on that bridge, huh? Got some Filtertron style pickups. And look where the knobs are. You got one up here and 3 down here. We'll check that out and see what's going on. Now, I don't know what you see there on the table, but I see the same setup and controls and pickups as we saw on that white hollow body from Firefly. Well, minus the Bigsby style trim. And as far as I can tell, just like every other Firefly I've ever touched, this thing looks pretty well made, especially for the price. Now let's get it off that table and play it unplugged a little. Now I only tune this thing up by ear. But man, it's heavy. Super heavy. Yep, and super comfortable to play. And super loud. Listen to this guitar. Man, literally I could... It's how loud it is. And it's comfortable to play this square guitar. I would have done a little dip here for this, but man, it puts the neck right here. It's killer. It's got a super big fat neck on it. Yeah, this thing's super loud. And it's comfortable to play. Now, hang on just a dang minute. Sean, it looks like you're starting to like that guitar. Bro, look, I like how loud it is and how good it plays. And it sits in my lap perfectly. I don't know how a square can do that, but it does. The old Bo Diddley might have been onto something here. But I'm going to tell you this right now. There could be something wrong with that guitar. Truss rod might not work. Them frets might be all unlevel. I don't know. It surely ain't going to tell us itself if it is. That's going to be enough flip-flapping. Let's make it happen. Alright, let's get these strings off of here. But you ain't got to watch it. Take the bridge off first. No markings. Not real heavy either. But just, you know, this thing comes up just like all of them we've seen. That almost feels like some felt or something. But it's really not. It's just like some styrofoamish kind of thing. But I'm sure that's only on there to keep this from getting scratched up. But that looks like rosewood for sure. We'll pull the tailpiece off, but to do that, we got to take the strap button off too. Alright, let's see what's under the tailpiece. Absolutely nothing. But it's got 3 screws right there. So I guess this comes off. But we'll leave it on there. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there's some kind of little ground wire or something right there, so gotta make sure that gets put in there the right way. Alright, let's take a look at these pickups. Alright, bridge pickup first. Yep, ceramic magnet there. 0 markings. Now these look like the same bobbins you bought once to make some.
Oh, you mean those ones I messed up?
Well, you might have messed them up, but you did try to make some. Let's see the neck pickup. Let's see what we got here. Same thing, no markings. And you can clearly see the ceramic magnet there all day long. Now we got 3 cavities to look in. We'll start with this one.
What's behind door number 1?
I don't know. Let's see. Wow. Full-size pots and paper caps. Nice, too. Looks like some shielding paint, too. Look at that. Definitely shielding paint. And I don't know if there's going to be a blend control for the pickups or what, but we'll figure it out. Now, under this here was a volume knob on that white hollow body. I'm sure it is here, too. Let's see. Man, he got that thing crammed down in there. Well, full size, for sure. We got an old Made in China sticker. I wonder what's under here.
Underwear.
Better not be no underwear under here. There it is, the good switch. Man, look at the balled up fret ends. They're getting better and better at that. And they're level, too. They're not all over the place. Now, the frets are looking good. Let's see if this neck is level. Just like every Firefly, it's doing this number. It means we gotta adjust the truss rod. Let's see how clean it is. Nice and clean. Nice clean route there. Now that route might be clean, but we got all kind of buffing compound and sawdust down here. Now that's my OCD at work. Gotta get that out of there. Yeah, it's a little better. Now we need this to touch. In order to do that, I need to push it towards the wall. It's in neutral right now, which means the truss rod is completely loose. See how easy it is to do that? So I need to tighten it up some. It's getting there. One more little tweak. And there we go. Look at that. Yep. Beautiful. Nice and flat. But you know what we say around here? Level neck don't mean level frets. Yep, that don't mean level frets. But, yep, they got some guy there in their factory doing fret work, man. It's crazy. How are they doing this? Yeah, it's got perfect frets, man.
Dang, that fret guy needs a raise, huh?
Yeah, he sure does, because he's getting it.
Especially since it keeps me from having to polish the frets.
Man. Got nothing, guys. Another Firefly with no fret rock. Yep, another one.
Sean can say whatever he wants, but for me, this is nice because I don't have to polish them.
Alright, we got a little meter on here. We're going to check the resistance of the pickups. I got the switch in the bridge position, and this is the bridge volume. Let's turn it up. He's ringing at a 1050. Let's turn this up because this is the neck pickup volume. Let's go to the middle. 5.27. And the neck, 10.58. But definitely the volume for the neck pickup. You're right, they polish these frets because you can see fret polish under the frets here. We got to get that off of there.
So instead of cleaning up my mess, you get to clean up theirs today?
Be quiet before I make you do it. But yeah, there's fret polish around these frets for sure. Because I don't think glue comes off. Right, guys? Yeah, I don't think glue comes off. Now, whatever was on the fretboard came right off. So it was definitely some buffer polish. Now, they're not doing these one by one like we do. They use a big buffer, I'm sure. Probably gets done while they're buffing the body. I don't know. Yep, I don't know. But I know we got 0 fret snag. And I'm anxious to hear what this guy sounds like plugged in. Now the pickup still got the plastic on them, but you know we don't need that. That might be hindering the signal, I don't know. Alright, let's weigh this big joker. It is a whopping 9.5 pounds. Before we get the strings all tightened up, let's look at this radius. 10 inch. And it looks like it's a compound radius because it's 12 down here. Now it looks like we got a 25.5 inch scale because it's 12 3/4 at the 12th fret. Now check this out. I know it's a 25.5 inch scale, right? But this saddle right here is actually going to be 2/16, which is 1/8 or whatever. I don't know what it is. But it's going to be 2 marks past that. That's really what we want. Somewhere around there. Now that's just a guess so we can get it intonated. And then this guy's going to be about 2 points in front of it. Alright, now I got the Firefly all tuned up with a tuner now. 9.5 pounds. Yep, she's 9.5 pounds, Jack. But I realized something as I was tuning it up. The reason I like the way it sits is because I've been an acoustic player most of my life. And guess what? This thing sits like an acoustic guitar. It sure is loud. Let's turn him up some. We're in the bridge position. Man, this sounds killer. Yeah, this thing's got some nice pickups in it, man, for ceramics. All right, let's try the middle position. All right, neck. Yeah, that's gonna be enough of that. Before we get any further, I just want to say this. You didn't really believe I don't know who Bo Diddley is and what his guitars look like, do you? A lot of you guys catch it when I do stuff, like when I look at something and say, oh, I don't see it, but there it is right in my face. It's called weeding out the people with integrity from the knuckleheads. And if you go look on my Facebook page, you'll see a couple Bo Diddley guitars that I've made from scratch. Now, if you want one of these guitars, there's a link to Firefly's website down in the description. Now, I just want to give you a quick heads up. We're going to be finishing up Susan's guitar here in a video coming up real soon. But I got my friend Mike Leaney's going to make a guest appearance here. You know, Mikey's going to stop in. But me and Kathy really appreciate you watching. I hope to see you in the next one. But until I do see you again, don't you touch my Scar guitar.